All right, so I came up with a way to fasten the tunes to the boat where I could put them in and take them out and not still use the John boat without the tunes if I want to for some weird reason. I don't know. But this is what I came up with. I drilled a series of holes in the boat. Yep, we drill holes in the boat. So the water line is somewhere around here. I drilled the holes about 8 inches above the water line, but it doesn't matter because once we're gonna silicone this on the outside, we're gonna silicone them on the inside. Water will come in through this pipe and exit on the other side. It doesn't really matter. But this is how I did it. So this is where I drilled my hole. So I had a scrap a 1-inch EMT pipe. Well, I'm an electrician, so I have lots of EMT pipe. I have experience how to use it. So what I did, I'm putting it through. Here's my 7-inch mark on the outside. So I have 7-inch of it sticking outside, resting on this seat, which this is ties the whole John boat together. I'm gonna put a clamp here, silicone here, and you see the clamp? I'm gonna tack weld this to the pipe. I'm going to put a bolt here. This way the pipe will not go up to come out or lose its thing. That's the principle. And as you could see, I eyeballed it. It's good. Now, what's going to happen now? How I'm going to attach the tune to that? Well, I got 1/2-inch black pipe. And since they're not the same diameter with 1-inch EMT, I've cut some fillers in here, which I'm going to spot weld, grind down nice. So I'm going to put this inside. I'm going to drill one hole here. I'm going to put a safety pin. So the tune, I'm going to bolt this pipe to the tune with 2 rods going all the way through. That'll be very secure. Now this is not the same length, it's not the right length, it's for trying out stuff, but in principle, like I told you, the tune is going to have a 1/2-inch black pipe going in it. When it reaches the depth up here, it's going to stop, and that's going to hold my tunes. Now, I don't know how much force is going to be on the tune itself to push up, but this boat is pretty thick here. It's pretty stuff. If this starts to wobble out, then we could put a piece of reinforcement aluminum here, bolt it in, and that's it. But I doubt. This is pretty strong right here, riveted. I mean, you could lift up the boat, nothing happens. And worked on the front. I did the front. Now I'm just gonna have to measure from here to somewhere here. See how long I'm gonna make this 1/2-inch black pipe and attach it to the tune. Silicone up here, tack weld the 1-hole strap on the seat. While this is drying out pretty good, still a little tacky. It's drying out, We're gonna flip it, put silicone on the other plates, pancake them together, And this is it. We're gonna attach it. So that's one tune. When this is all said and done, it's gonna get bolted over there, and we are done. We don't have to worry about it anymore. Hopefully today it's a nice day. Doesn't look like it's gonna rain. We're gonna flip this, glue the other plates, the top plates, paint it, let it dry out a little bit, take it on a table and attach it to the boat, and that's it. We don't have to worry about it. Next, it's pool trials, and if that works out good, next video, the real video, in action at Mosquito. Alright, so let me get thinking on cutting the 1/2-inch black pipe, make up that difference in diameter. Weld these up, fill it up, grind it up, but not on this pipe. This is just for testing. And I'll come back to you and I'll show you how it came out. See you in a little bit. Here it is. We attached it to the boat. Pretty stiff. I think I got a video of how I did these pipes, how I drilled, and how I attached it. I got this 1/2-inch black pipe, which it's pretty tough, I tell you. You can't bend this. It's not like the electrical rigid 1/2-inch, which takes a significant amount of force to bend this pipe. But for the distance that we have, and this pipe goes up to here. It's 30 inches long, 12 inches on a pontoon. The rest, it's inside this pipe. Fasten it down. I still don't know what I'm gonna do with these bolts yet. Do I put something? Do I leave them? They kind of look ugly. Doesn't look like finished. I was thinking to get some 1.5-inch pipe and somehow rig a rod holder up here. I don't know. We'll see. So I got my peel in the sun to get nice and soft, because once it gets nice and soft, I need to put it around here. I need to seal this up. So here's the principle. I don't know if you could see down the pipe. The water line, it's here. But in the event that water gets up to here, waves or whatever, I don't care. Water comes in here, it's gonna come out the other side. There is no holes in here. This is perfectly sealed. So once I put that PL here, that seal here, no problem. I have this other one painted. At this point, this one's got about 5 coats of 1 part epoxy paint on it. So, pretty dry. We're gonna give it a little more time to dry up. And we're gonna take it. We're gonna take it next to the boat. And I'm gonna show you how I'm going to attach these pontoons, floating pontoons, to that boat. Now, I'm liking it though it is right now. I think it's massive, something like 7 feet wide at this point. Now with all the pipes and the aluminum plates and a ton of coat of epoxy on it, these are no longer light. I mean, they're light. I don't know, we're gonna weigh them. We're gonna see how much they weigh. But I'm liking it the way it is, all finished and attached. Now they are detachable. I can detach them and use the John boat without them, and I'm gonna show you once we get it all done. I'm gonna show you how it looks together, and I'm definitely have to take a video next weekend we're going fishing with it. But sometimes next week on a Wednesday or so, we're gonna let them dry, and I'm gonna set them up tonight, and I'm just gonna leave them alone, not touch them till like Wednesday. Wednesday I'm gonna call some friends and we're gonna take it and dump it in the pool. So next week, Wednesday somewhere, we're gonna do pool trials, and we're gonna try something. We're going to pump water inside the boat to see at what point this boat is no longer floating. Don't know, we'll see. We're gonna measure the gallons, we're gonna put them in pounds, and we're gonna see how much water can this John boat take in without sinking. Theoretically, these pontoons right now, based on its mass, based on water displacement, they should handle somewhere around 600 pounds before they go under the line of water. They'll never sink because there's no open cavity in it. So you need something like 700 pounds to bring them down and keep them down. So 1,200 pounds for this tiny little boat that its tag says 600 pounds on it by itself without the pontoons, plus 1,200 pounds. I'm never gonna have over 2,000 pounds in this boat, but we don't know. We'll see. Wednesday, sometimes next week, we're gonna put it in a pool and gonna fill up 55-gallon drums of water, and then we're gonna pump it into the boat. And we're gonna measure the water line. We're gonna measure how much it goes in the water, how stable it is. Now the boat has a bulge pump. I'll show you the whole setup one of these days, right before I go fishing next Saturday or Sunday. I'm gonna put the fish finder, I'm gonna put the motor. I do have a 6 horsepower motor right here, which it does pretty good, but I tell you, with it on the back of the boat, it was sketchy. I had to have my son all the way up here up front to counterbalance, and I'm hoping these tunes right here, these pontoons, will solve that issue. I kind of put, you see, like, look at where the front of the boat is to where the pontoon starts. I put more pontoon towards the back of the boat to help with flotation. Once I put that 6 horsepower up here, here's my ladder. Yeah, I do go jumping in the lake to cool off. Yeah, and I had to make a ladder where I could get back on, because I'm not that good. Plus this boat wasn't very stable to get back in it. So let's see. I'm gonna wait for the PL to warm up, and I'm gonna silicone it around here. This pipe is pretty rigid right now. I tack weld the strap so you won't move this way. I don't have straps. Now I have 3 on this side. So one's pointing this way, one's pointing the other way, opposing. This way he holds. I have to get a couple of more straps for that side, and this is it. We're gonna take a break. We're gonna let this dry up a little more. Probably have to move my truck because it's blocking a lot of sun right now. So you see, I have to move it forward to expose some of this side. Even though it's dry, but needed to cure pretty good. And we're gonna install the other one, and you guys gonna watch it. I know it sucks because I can't film and work. I have a Mickey Mouse setup here. I'm gonna show it to you right now. This is my Mickey Mouse setup. I had an old selfie stick from I don't know when. I cut it, I modified it, and my tripod here, bend the pipe. I put this inside here, and this is my setup. One of these days I'm gonna go ahead and buy a GoPro, and I'm gonna have the phone do the wide view angle, and then the GoPro I'm gonna strap it to a hat or to my chest so you could get like hands-on of what I do. But until that day happens, this is what we're gonna do. Alright, so you caught out. I was just saying, this is my first real video. I'm not a photographer, a videographer. I'm an electrician. I'm an electromechanical electrician. So I think it looks good. I don't know, it's up to you guys to see whether I'm explaining this in detail or I'm just skipping and going around and just doing the work. But it will really help if I have like a wide angle view just to film, and we'll edit it later, whatever the boring stuff is. And the GoPro either on my hat or on my chest, I already looked at it. I need to spend around 500 bucks to really see in detail how I do and what I work and stuff, because it's really hard to carry this phone with me around when I cut, you know, something, or I spot weld, or I drill. It's just crazy. And this phone, I had it on that Mickey Mouse tripod setup, but the battery just died, and I was thinking I'm recording, but when I went to check on it to shut it off when I went in the house, it was dead anyway. So I have to view the footage to see where I left off and what I need to fill in, and it is what it is. Okay, we'll see you guys later. Wow, if you guys see how shady this setup is, you're gonna laugh, but here you go. This is what I've done in order to give you the shot. Alright, so let's do this before nightfall gets here. Hopefully this doesn't fall down and break my phone. Let's see, what can we put up there to counterweight that, so in case it gets moved. We're gonna use one of these Ford thing right up here. Alright, let's get going. We got things to do. Alright, so we had this dry up for a while. It's not terribly heavy. Oh, I didn't do this side. I didn't glue, I didn't silicone this side. Oh boy, I'm way behind work here. There you go. This is what's going to look like. Let's get some things straight here. Get this. All right, now we're talking. Well, let's see, how does it look? It needs to get a little straightened up, but it looks good. So, while I was thinking, this is what I came up with. Why carry my minnows inside a boat? Look at this. It's kind of fit perfectly. This milk crate fits perfectly on that. There you go. And then the minnows bucket, well, I'm gonna put a couple of washers and nuts to bolt it down, paint it like the pontoon, put the minnow bucket in here, and guess what? All the mess, it's outside now. It's no longer inside the boat. See, good thing I didn't cut those bolts down, but it might not look pretty aesthetically, but hey, what do I care? I go for functionality. I'm not here on a show. This is not a show boat. This is a functionality boat. Okay, so you get the idea. Now this is how it goes. Now, obviously, I have to loosen this up, pull up the plates, put PL silicone around here, and put them back in, and drill and put the pipes in here. I'm going to get the pipes, and I'm gonna cut them up and put them side by side, measure. Yoy, this is humongous here. Somewhere around 7 feet wide. But hey, I like it. I think this is gonna be as stable as hell. Hey, I don't know. Let's get this out of here for a while for video purposes only, reference. Cool, cool. Hey, I don't know, I like it. After all, it's gotta work. It doesn't have to look good, it has to work. And based on the very little math that I did here, this John boat should be able to handle somewhere around 1,500 pounds, which is never gonna happen. I don't have that much weight. I don't care. Batteries, but I know for sure now it's not going to sink. I'm not gonna lose the battery, I'm not gonna lose the motor, I'm not gonna lose the fish finder, I'm not gonna lose any of that. Hoping, but it shouldn't sink. Alright, so let me put this back in here. I'll go get the pipes, and I don't know how, man, it looks pretty far. I'm gonna have to scream and yell for you guys to hear me, or if it doesn't sound good, I guess I'm gonna have to ask the kids to help me edit this, and I'll just narrate it while the video's going. I don't know, we'll see. Let me cut the pipes. Those are 30 inches. After I cut them, because I can't remove this Mickey Mouse system here that I got and take it to where the vise is where I cut the pipe, I'm just gonna shut the video off, go cut the pipe, bring the two pieces up here, and walk you through what I'm doing. See you in a little bit. Okay, we got our two pieces of 1/2-inch pipe, black pipe. So the principle is, this are gonna be bolted to the pontoon. It goes inside the 1-inch pipe, and he holds it in there. So something like that. Okay, let me get this phone and see if I can show you a little bit up front. So this one. So here's the pipe. I'm gonna take it, put it inside here. Line them up, take the measurements, 9 inches, 9 inches, make the mark, drill, bolt this down, and this is it. This, how this gets bolted to the boat. Oh, and one more bolt here, just like on the other side. So, bolt, this goes all the way right through. Bolt, it bolts to this pipe goes to the other side, it'll be sealed up here. This is how this gets bolted to it. That's it. Let's see, what are we getting? Gotta do some measurement, put this pipe, drill it, put silicone on this, glue it, and we'll see what happens. We'll see you in a little bit. Alright, so I finished drilling this pipe. So here's I got myself again, man. I'm terrible with getting cut. So basically what it is, it's the 30-inch pipe. I drilled it 2 inches from the edge it is. You can see my markings right here. Now to make sure I'm putting it in the right spot, I'm going to put the pipe in, and I'm going to stop it right where my markings are. I'm gonna twist it a little bit to make sure it hits the mark. It's nice and square, goes in there nice, doesn't go crooked, because then it'll be a pain in the butt to put it back when it make sure this doesn't get out. It's still square. All right, let me get the drill and start drilling. Right, got the drill. First I'm gonna drill. First I gotta make a mark. A little overkill for this, but hey. Okay, let's put it right in the center. Boom. 1, 2. Fix our boo-boo up. Start with a little small hole first. Oh. Get through all the way first. This way we get some kind of Now we have to make sure we drill straight. Okay, we're there. Let's open it up to 3/8. That's what our rod is, 3/8. Clean some dirt off the bottom. Literally blood, sweat, and tears. Well, no tears yet, but there's plenty of blood. Okay, we made it to the other side. I lost the nut. And I got a gravel driveway and not about to go look for it. We gotta box it in. No biggie. Alright, that's about it. Pull it back up. My 916. This is it. See? Now it's a little better. Alright, let's continue. Pilot hole. straight. Okay. Open it up to 3/8. Let's deburr the bottom a little bit. Like rod. Oh, this rod looks a little crooked. Okay. Let's see if it's gonna affect us or not. No. .916. Okay, this is it. Now you have to bring it, eyeball it right here, get our little pilot bit. Okay, well, I don't remember what I did it. 2 inches away, 3 inches away. Let me go measure the other side so they could all be the same. So we have 2 3/4. 2 3/4. There's the marker. 2 3/4. Right there. Let's eyeball it right in the middle. 2 3/4. Overkill. Okay. Pilot. All right, let's open it up to 3/8. Go get a 3/8 bolt and I'll be right back. All right, nighttime crappies on my homemade pontoon boat.